Okay, so introduction to cybersecurity. So we are into 2021, where the application and the mobile, internet, everything in your mobile. Okay, it is in your pocket, right? Your bank application, everything is there. Within a click you can book the cab. Within a click you can book the food. Within a click you can transfer lakhs of amount from this here to there. So the mobile internet access, how the internet access become um, very easy. Similarly, the internet threats are very dangerous. So the threats are getting uh, improved and increased day by day. Okay, so throughout this slides we'll see something. So uh, what is the agenda? Okay, before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Nadiuddin. I'm having 10 plus years of experience in network and security solutions. I work in India, USA and UAE, and all. Then I'm a CCI certified, uh, and then since 5 6 years working in the cybersecurity. Worked on almost all the platforms, the firewalls, antiviruses, vulnerability tools, everything. And now in next decade, I'm moving towards automation and the cloud. Okay, so this is my aspiration for the two next coming years. Okay, so that's all about me. And I'm into training since 2006. I'm giving trainings. I started training with the how to click the mouse, how to operate the mouse, and how to what is the key and all. So started from computer network, computer hardware still, Microsoft and all, and now alhamdulillah, I'm teaching on the high end from cybersecurity, Palo Alto, Ansible, Python, automation from Cisco, CCNA, CCNP, CCL, this type of training I provide. So I have around hundreds of students. Those are all alhamdulillah, they're working in good organizations across the world. I cannot say India, across the world, because I have most of the students from the USA and Gulf. Okay, so that's about me. So agenda. So introduction of information security. We will see that in why the information security is. What is the information security? Then we'll see security in nutshell. Okay, what is the vulnerability? What is the threats? What is the types of attacks? Then we'll see there is some report actually. I did not updated that report, but I have one report that I wanted to show you that how the threats are getting increased and how the cyber security guys are required in the market. Okay, and we'll see the what are the IT security domains and the solutions. Okay, so that's the agenda. Okay, information security is the process of protecting information in the system. So like you want to secure, what you want to secure? You want to secure your data. Okay, so what is the asset? See, if you have a organization 10 people, 100 thousands of people are working there, but what exactly your asset? Your asset is the data, right? If you have an organization you are making some design, okay, civil designs and all, so your engineers and your sites, and that is not your asset. Your company asset is your designs. Okay, so and where the design stores on the servers and the computers, right? So that you need to secure. So you want to unauthorized people cannot be accessed. Unauthorized access should be denied. Destruction, no one can delete that. Modification, disruption, so these all are comes under information security. Okay, information security actually it is based on like a triangle, that is a CIA. I'm sorry for that. Confidentiality, integrity, and the availability. So what we want is we want our computers, or we want our what is called our servers, okay, or our network. So this is, let's say this is your server. So what you want? You want your data is confidential. Okay, only these people can access. These people cannot be accessed. Confidential, like everything is confidential. Integrity, you should have integrity that who access what, when, and how it access. Then you should have availability. 24 by 7 your data should be accessible. So the you need to whenever we design a security design on these three rules. Confidentiality, how much confidential you want to do. Integrity, how much integrity is required, and the availability, network availability to avail that data. That is the CIA rule is for that. So let's go in the let me just quickly some information. Okay, so actually this is very detailed introduction of cybersecurity, but the audience are here different from the network and site, so I will not go in much detail. But the cybersecurity, it is a policies. So every, it is a standard. It is also called a standard, procedure, guidelines, baselines. Okay, so this is not only a technology. This is a framework. Cybersecurity called a framework. Okay, this the your users data should be in the standard. The company, if any employee comes, so this will be the procedure. Okay, to access our data, these are the guidelines and these are the baselines. So this things comes under the cybersecurity. Okay, so if any organization, when they come, so there will be goals in the like the information security. So every organization will have goals and missions and their objectives. Okay, so your the security will be surrounding by your goal, mission, and the objectives. Okay, what exactly you're trying to secure. Okay, so as I have given the example. So what are the computer crimes? So computer crimes are like someone can hack to your computer. Okay, someone can, maybe internal user, the virus came and the data gone. Okay, someone connected from to the internet, and he provided some he tried to access some HDFC or some bank. Okay, so that time, if any keylogger or some application, some threat available in that system, so that your username and password will get compromised and it will go to the internet. Okay, that's very dangerous. Securities. Okay, so computer crimes, like computer assistance crimes, computer targeted crimes, and computer incident. So some these crimes are can be targeted, can be wantedly it happen, and can be incident. Okay, so security definition. So there are some definitions in the security. Asset, as I told, what is exactly your asset? What you're trying to vulnerability. Vulnerability is, it is called a loopholes. Okay, if you have a building, if someone come to your home and you ask him, what are the threats, what are the vulnerable things in my home, please explain. Like so, the people will come and say, okay, this door is not good, this cannot be locked, and uh, that window is cannot be can be opened from outside, and you have some like your lock is not good. So like this, these are the loopholes. You are finding the loopholes to secure your home. Similarly, in the computer world, the vulnerability is that in the computer, the present the applications. So is that applications are secure? Is your Excel is up to date? Is your Microsoft is up to date? Is your operating system is up to date? If not, then there is a, so this is a vulnerability. uh, there is some threat. Threat is any potential dangers to system or information. Threat means anything dangerous. Okay, threat agent is an entity that takes advantage of vulnerability. That threat agents, what they do is they take advantage of, let's say your MS Office is not up to the mark, so they will try to exploit that vulnerability, and they will try to attack based on that particular vulnerability. Risk. See, every you will have a risk, that how much percent of risk you have, exposure and safeguards and all some more. So can you see the vulnerability and threats? It is a huge system, vulnerability and threats. See, generally when we say security means we just say viruses. Okay, but it is not only the virus. Okay, it has a lot of things. Security, vulnerability and threats. So in the viruses, there are multiple types of viruses. Okay, okay, then Trojan and malicious ports are there, convert channels are there, backdoors things are there. Okay, your application can be threat, your Excel, your like your many things can be threats. Okay, so we need to protect them. Okay, so I will just move it. Okay, okay, so let's talk about this one. So types of attack. Okay, so types of attack, what are things? See, this is your organization. Okay, this is your organization, and what you have is, you have a data centers, you have a site, you have a cloud, and your users are working here, right? This is your infrastructure. Your all the VPN connectivity and your remote user, everyone is there connected, and this is the place where your actual data is stored. Okay, so you want to make a secure, you need to provide a security. So what are the types of attacks can come? DOS. Someone can target your computer and make it down. DOS attack. Phishing attack. Someone will tell you, okay, click this URL. Okay, please, you will provide the username and password, and gone. Okay, virus can infect your system, entire organization. Okay, brute force attack. Okay, someone will try to brute force your kind of particular password. They will apply some tricks that you will provide your password. Okay, Trojan attacks. So if it comes, so it will become 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 100 to 200. So if anyone enter in the Trojan, so he will exploit. So he will create another Trojans. Okay, hackers. So generally we talk about we heard about a lot of hackers and all. So hackers are nothing but the bad peoples. Okay, so what they do, they can be wantedly they can be attacked, they can be targeted attack, and the few people were like many hackers they found like 17 to 18 years and 16 years, so they just do it for the fun and all. Okay, but this hacking, and there are some targeted attacks also. Okay, your competitor can be target to you hack your systems and all. Okay, in the malware things, these all things will come. Virus, your backdoors, and your key loggers and all this will come in the malware. So in the cyber security, you need to aware all this possibility, and you need to protect your organization. Okay, you need to protect your organization. So okay, so let me show you one of the example. So DOS attack, when we say DOS attack, so in a world, let me just open a quick URL. I'll show you something here. What is that? Okay, well, I just wanted to show you a live DOS attack. What is that? Come on, man. Just keep somewhere. Okay, let me search. So you can also do it on your system. So just search live DOS attack, DDoS attack. Okay, so you can see. Come on. Okay, here we go. Digital attack map. So it will take little bit of time, but it will tell you. It will show you the live attacks in the world, how the attacks and how the DOS attacks are going on. Like if you have some server, so someone will try to give you n number of n number of requests, so your server cannot be handle that, and it will be um, like denied. It is called deny of service. Like your service will be get denied. So it will take little bit time. So let's move forward. I will show you that when it come. So it will be something like this. So you can see this here. See in United States, so these all attacks are happening, see, from different regions, and for this particular application. So the attackers will be in any type of attackers. So this happen, it happened day to day. Okay, then phishing attack. So you will have something called like you will get some email. So that will not be a Gmail, actually Gmail dot some we never saw that, but the domain will be something fake domain. Okay, so the people will go there, and they will try to push their like apply their username and password, and they will get their username, and it will get compromised. So like this, you can see these are the fake some fake things. Like similarly for the iTunes, Adobe, and something will be there. So it will similar look like a URL, but it is not actual URL. So that is called the phishing URL examples. Okay, so there is something. Okay, maybe this one came. Okay, yeah, here we go. So can you see here? This is a world map. See in the China. So right now, what is happening there? So you can see this is a live DOS attack. So some in the airland, and so some DOS attack is happening right now. You can see if you click here, so you will see some more details like TCP connection and fragmentation, application, what's going on, from which port to which port it's going on. So these are our day-to-day things, like in the cyber security we do. So similarly, I want to show you one more thing. Virus total. Virus total. Virus total. So this is something called it is the what is called it will have all the URL. So what you can do, if you have any file, you have some doubt that, so is it a malicious or not, just put that file, it will give you the report. Okay. Similarly, like URL, if you think that is that URL is safe, okay, just put that URL, like let's say amazon.com. Okay, I'm just putting the URL. So what this virus tutorial it does is it has a engine. So it will have an engine, it will pass that URL. So what exactly, see, this is the domain. So if any threads, if anything, can you see this status is 200, it is fine, accessible. And can you see this, it is clear from all this one, it is clear from CY Radar. These are the all vendors. Those are maintaining the thing. So this URL is clear from all. Similarly, if you have something malicious, so it will give the red mark. Can you see the health is 83? If it is something below that, so it will be red mark. So this type of URL will not be allowed in your organization. So we will go and deny that that particular URL. So this virus total also one of the big tool. Similarly, there is something called NDT. There's NDT. So not NDV, National Database of Vulnerability. Not national. So these are the real-time tools which we use for day-to-day um, access and all. So okay, NVD, NVD, NVD. So this is a vulnerability database. So if any okay, see, this is the place where this is a centralized place. Okay, see, can you see this example, CVE 202020? So use pre vulnerability. So if you are, let's say your Cisco operating system, it got some vulnerability, so Cisco will come and they will update here, and every CVE it will be having a version. Okay, so you need to go and they will also give you the fix. Okay, let's say, see, fix in Ubuntu kernel. Okay, let me open this one. So I will just because see, vulnerability, this is also very big part of this cyber security. So if I open this particular vulnerability, so what you see here, so these are the details, NVD and all, and what exactly the impact will be, and weakness. See, it is the weakness, it got affected software. See, these are the softwares which got affected, and they will also recommend you. Okay, they will also recommend you what you want to change actually. So can you see the fixed in Ubuntu Linux kernel? So these are the fixes. If you go to this particular operating system, it will get fixed. So like this CVE, see, it is a latest CVE. So if this CVE it is present in your organization, then your particular software, that Linux Ubuntu software, it is a vulnerable. It can be victim of the security. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
You're with me, right? So I thought I'm alone.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I think you guys all are in the same
Yes,
page.
yes,
Oh my God,
yes,
what's
yeah,
happening?
with you.
Okay, so guys, these three things which I have shown you, there are separate jobs for in the cybersecurity. So there is something called vulnerability management. Okay, so you need to identify. There is a separate team. What they do, they scan your applications and all, and they will work with that particular team that to mitigate that particular vulnerability. There is a separate field for the URL filtering guys. They keep on checking the URLs and blocking the URL. There is a separate team for like blocking this attack, identifying the attack, doing the analysis and all. So security, it is not only the tool based, it is something called analysis type of work. Okay, so okay, this I have a report of 2016. So how the security and how the threats are getting increased, and with the mobile, see, you can see the 58% and data public in the cloud. The people are going to cloud. The 50% threat got increased. The user behavior, what happened, so there's something. Okay, so can you see this report shows like what are the viruses scams? Can you see Facebook scam links 35,000? Okay, Trojan dropper, and like this Facebook hijacking. Can you see 11,000 this cases came? It is the report of 2016, and it will give the which country are more affected. Okay, you can see in the detail. Then growth of third-party cloud application. Can you see the application increase, the threat got increased? That I wanted to say. So in the growth of third-party application in over the years, can you see in it is in 2014 this many application. then 16 here. So can you think about the 2021, 2020, how many application might increase? So nowadays everyone is creating the application, right? So the application increase, the threat is getting increased, right? So the similarly your vulnerabilities will get increased. So you can see these are the vulnerabilities came, see HP, Oracle, VMware, TCP, Cisco. See in the Cisco particular, because Cisco is a big platform, they have multiple version, multiple operating system, multiple things. So they got to, in the year 2016, so 28 vulnerabilities came. So you need to have, if you want to secure your organization, so you need to mitigate that vulnerability, you need to fix that vulnerability. So there is a very very big field in the vulnerability. We'll see that tools and all. So these are some more details about the threats and all. One thing I just wanted to show you, the growth of, see the growth of threats got increased. So the similarly the growth of the experts also increased, because there is a huge threats are coming, but there is no resources, enough resources available in the market. So that is why the cyber security is very very important. That is, everyone want to learn that, but how to start they don't know, right? So this is just an introduction, brief introduction of the cyber security. We'll see that, we'll dive into the solutions. Okay, now we understand, okay, the cyber security is what it is. It is a very broad field. So like the first thing is access level security. One second. So the solution will be the access level security. So like okay, so who can access, who can enter to your door, your data, like data center access level security you can provide. Then you will have a network edge and remote level security. You should have your network, these are L3 level, your router should be secure, your switch should be secure, your firewall should be secure, your servers to the users, there should be some security, there should be some firewall between that, right? So similarly the people are connecting from the VPN, they should be secure, they are connecting to, oh, they're coming via internet, so their system should be secure. So you need to think about that access level, who can come and who can in out. This access level security, network level security, IPS, the data, the people are accessing the internet, like, so there should be some mechanism in your firewalls which will detect the any malware, malicious thing, and it will block that. Endpoint level security, see these all three this is access level, these two are edge level. Then the endpoint security, your, even see you need to provide a security in your server, in your machines. So you should have antivirus in your machines. Okay, even all these remote users, your servers, your computers. So apart from the firewalls and all, you need antivirus system. This is a second layer of security. Then similarly you should have some tools that find in your organization what are the vulnerable applications going on, or in Cisco what are the things like Juniper, Palo Alto, your um, your checkpoint, your Microsoft application, and your MS Office and all these all things. So they all are like you have database server, your Linux computer. So are they vulnerable? If they are vulnerable, then they need to fix that. Okay, otherwise the attack can be happen. Even if you have all this security, but if you don't have this one, then it will be a security breach. Like similarly application and data security will be different. And one more big solution, that is called SIM solution. So SIM is something called, every computer, every machine in your network will generate the logs. So these logs will be received at the SIM solution. So it is called security information and event management. So what the SIM will do this, it will collect the logs, and it will have some, it will analyze the behavior of that system. If let's say this is a user computer, so generally this computer it will access some 10 URL, 15 URL in a day and all, so he know the behavior. So if suppose suddenly it is accessing one particular URL 1,000 times, so this is a misbehaving, right? So when it comes, so this SIM tool will generate an alert, this particular machine is misbehaving, please go and check. So security team will go, they will take the remote access, and they will clear the cache and all. They will see what's the problem and there, why is accessing that particular bad URL into thousands of times. So this is not unbehavior, right? So this SIM tool is very important. So there is a separate job for SIM, incident management. There is separate job for this. There is separate job for vulnerability tools. There is separate job for endpoint security. Separate job for the firewall administrations. Separate job for the data center security. you know when we call cyber security, there is a misconfusion, like people think cyber security is a one tool. No, it is not a one tool, it is a technology. It is a huge technology which has very, very vast things into that. So security solution and product. So we'll see some. See, you can see this. These are okay. This is the security. This is the firewall. Okay. So what the firewall will does is your internet threats. It will drop. Unauthorized traffic will be rejected with the firewall. Vulnerability. With the vulnerability tool management, you will identify, you will discover that in your network what are the vulnerable things and things are going on. So web application security, you will have a reporting into that, and that is the solution. Same solution which I told you just now. Your server, firewall, IPS, router, switches, your workstation, everyone send things data logs to same solution, and they will categorize, okay, which is behaving what. Then VPN, you should have your VPN should be secure, and your endpoint security management. What it does is it see the user behavior, machine behavior, what's happening and all. So this is a separate technology, right? So access control, like who can access? Okay, you can see the digital with the fingerprint, with the this one data center, who can go and who can access your security cameras, and so these all come into the user level of access. This is comes under security. Then firewall security product. See, in the firewall, like as I told, the firewall is it is placed on the internet side, and it will give you like it will like block the threats coming from the internet. So what the firewall does network security, access control. Okay, so the firewall are the next generation firewalls. Apart from these, okay, one second. Few security product. Okay, not this is not a good that slide. Sorry for that. So there are some security product. Like see, can you see for the antivirus? These are the security products. McAfee, then Avaya, AVG, then you have Kerberos. Okay, so these are the vendors. They provide the cyber security. In the F5 also they provide this, some security tools. Similarly, Juniper, Juniper provide the security solutions. Similarly, Cisco provide the security solution. Palo Alto provide the security solution. Can you see the Palo Alto network also provide the cloud security, they provide endpoint security, they provide network security. So these are the vendors. Can you see the for the vulnerability Qualys is one of Qualys, they provide the vulnerability management. So every vendor, see like vulnerability, it is a technology, and the solution will be a different solution. Firewall, it is a technology. Solution will be the vendor, Cisco firewall, Palo Alto firewall, Juniper firewall, right? Similarly, for your antivirus, the antivirus is it is a solution you require into your machine. So there are multiple solutions. See, these are the vendors, Nortel and all. So the objective is clear for all, but you have a different vendors available. Okay, so servers, servers are very important in IT domain. Active Directory server, DNS, DSCP, NTPC, log, and all. Similarly, switches, that switches, it is forwarding a port from one frame to another frame. So these are some models of the switch. Then you have a core switches which are required. Nexus switches are there. Then you have a routers used for the connecting two different networks. So it is layer 2, they work on the layer 2. So you need a switch security, you need a router security also. Similarly, the firewall will come into picture. So firewall, this is a Cisco ASF. This is working on the port layer 4. So Cisco started with the ASA 5505, then 10, then 20, then 40. So different thing. Like you need a small branch, use this one. Branch of this one. You have a campus, use this. For the data center, this is the one. So the reason, like you can see the 40 gig, 20 gig throughput. This is called a throughput. So how much users are you have in the branch? So on that particular level, so you need to buy that particular model. Okay, see, this Cisco is providing the firewall. Similarly, Cisco is providing now. Cisco, these are the port-based firewall which we talk about. Cisco ASA. Now the Cisco came as a next generation firewalls. So you will they will it will be ASA X. So X series. Can you see this? This is the X series. So they are also having all the like before attack, they are include many things into that. Some intelligence of the vulnerability, intelligence of threat identification and all. They also providing this one. So they also move that. Palo Alto Networks, huge one, huge one. This is the leader. Palo Alto is the leader since last 5 years, 5 to 6 years. I'm saying they are in the leaders in the Gartner report. Why they are leaders? They are because their easiness. Like they have Palo Alto. It is they are working on the SP3 architecture. a single pass parallel processing. So their contents are like content filtering, user ID, and app ID. So these are the main tools of the Palo Alto: app ID, user ID, and content ID, which make different from all the vendors. And these all features are in one shoot. Is it will happen. Okay, and a very fast service they provide, and it has the application identification. It will identify the user, it will identify the application, and also at the same time to identify is there any threats, is there not. That's why the Palo Alto become very famous and very useful in that. So we'll see that. So the Palo Alto is a firewall. So like this, many things are there. So guys, so a right approach to learn the security. So this is my approach. What I learned in last 10 years. That is the first thing. Like what the people do is they directly just go and learn the Palo Alto. The people they will just go and learn something. So they don't know like what exactly it is. So my proper attention, like if you want to move to the security, right? So this is my analysis. The first thing is the user, you should know what are the layer one. Okay, the cables go fiber cable and all. You should know, you should aware about the data center, you should aware about the how the cabling work and what is the access controls and these all things there. Because in the cyber, in the security, the environmental security also come. Like if something happened to your data center, how much cooling and how much is it a fired affected or something. So you need to secure these things also, access control and all. Similarly the layer 2, you must aware of the about the switches, because you're all endpoints, right? You're all endpoints which are the servers, which is nothing, all the asset is there. Your machines, your routers, which they are connecting to the switches. So you switch should be, you should be aware about switch, and there should be layer 2 security. You much aware about the, if you have all the security stuffs, but your switch is like having the admin username and password, then what is the use of the security, right? So the security engineer should know about the switches. Then you must know about the multi-layer switches and routers. Then the next step is you must know about the layer 4 firewall. So till here layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3 is done. And the layer 4, like port base. So what layer 4? TCP IP, right? TCP port based firewall. You must know about this firewall. Then move to the application based firewall, where the Palo Alto come into picture. The Palo Alto and like application F5 things will come. So this is the right approach towards this one. And cyber security, it is a very broad thing. If you ask me to talk about the vulnerability, I can talk 10 hours. If you ask me to talk about the SIM, I can talk 10 hours. If you ask me this endpoint security, I can talk. But you need to choose which one you want to choose. Okay, you cannot be expert of everything. You need to find specifics. So this is the next level of this one. So in the security, you are going to the firewall security. So that is like this many things you pick the firewall security, and that we are trying to learn. So the objective is to protect your organization, you protect your asset. Okay, so that's it I had. So anything, any questions, anything we can talk. So it was a very brief introduction of the security. I try to move forward, but yeah, that's enough for to understand what exactly we are trying to learn, what exactly the security is. Any questions? We have some time.
No.
No, thank you.
Okay, so one thing I will just tell you. Okay, so um what is that? Yeah, yeah, this particular slide. So yeah, this one. So you will see this is actually the exact uh, securities. Okay, so if you put the firewall into your organization, so don't say that we are secure. So this is the one, this is called edge security. Okay, if you put the antivirus into your systems, your servers, don't say that we are secure. This is only one layer of security, right? Don't say that we have a SIM, we are knowing that, okay, who is doing what, we are getting alerts, security alerts and all. So don't, this is not an enough. Okay, to again, and you have vulnerability tools. So you need to make your organization with all these efforts. You should have a security. Okay, this is only edge firewall. Similarly, you can put a firewall between your user and server access also, right? So this is the internet firewall, this is a data center firewall, you can put that, right? Similarly, you can have vulnerability tools. So this vulnerability, what it will does, it will scan your all the servers, your systems, machine, and it will generate a report, and it will say that okay, these are the vulnerable, these are not vulnerable. So what are the vulnerable, you have to fix that. So security is a continuing improvement. This is a everyday work. Don't say that this is a firewall and just creating the rule is a security. No, if your firewall is secure, okay, even everything is important. See, your antivirus, you have everything is fine there. But if you have allow any rule into your firewall rule, then what is the meaning of security, right? So security, it start from the layer one, the cable type, then the data center like access level security. Then you should have your switches will be secure, your routers will be secure. Okay, then every machine, every server, you should have antiviruses installed. You should have a centralized server. From there all your like agent, it will, what will happen is antivirus, this server will give the signature every day. So what this server will actually, it will connect to the cloud. Like let's say you have McAfee, so it will generate it will take a signature, latest threads and all to it, and it will push to all your machine and your servers and all. So every day the new threads is coming, so you are having a new fresh antidotes. Like like it is same like a vaccine. So so here every day, because every day new things are coming, new things are getting, because the intelligent we are. So the hackers and this people, they are more intelligent than us. Nowadays they are using the automation, they are using the scripts. Nowadays for attacking something, there is no users, they're sitting there. If you go and track that, there will be machine only. So that's why the hackers, the bad people, they are learning the machine learning, they're learning the code, they're learning the automation, they automate the threats. So why you are behind to automate your networks? Why you are behind to protect your network in using the automation? Why don't we use the Python script to save your organization? So it's like this is the era. So nowadays, as I told, as I in the start, everything is application based. How many applications are used in your organization? Just think about that. And everything is cloud. Everyone is moving toward clouds. So is the cloud is secure? That's a big question. So okay, if it is secure, then what is your efforts? You cannot just be trust on the cloud provider. Okay, we are secure. No, they are saying okay, we are providing your availability and all. If your rule is open here, any to any, then we cannot help you. So you need a people called cloud security. There's a huge scope in the cloud security. Very less people are there, and huge packages the US is providing, every organization is providing, because less people see. So always go for the thing which is branding into the market, which is the people are looking toward that particular uh, so that's the only thing. Then antivirus, then you have a sim tool. This is also very important. So you have like HP, you have a Q radar, you have like many sim tools. So there is a separate teams are there, like in the network operating system, like networks, the knock people, what they do, knock people, what they do, they will dashboard, and they will see the router, switches, firewall, database and all. Are this server up, are this server are working or not? They will see day 24/7. They will keep track of that, is your network is up or not. Similarly, there is something called SOC, security operation control. These people will keep on eyes on the behavior of the systems. Okay, what this user is doing, what that server is doing, is which URL is malicious, what the threat came, what antivirus is doing. So it will keep track of this. So this is called a knock. Okay, this is called a SOC, security operation control. So okay, similarly there is separate team, they are working on the vulnerability management. Separate team, they take care of the firewall. Separate team, they work on this one. These are the separate jobs. Okay, so if you pick anything, okay, become an expert and get the job into that. You will have, if you like if you pick like in the antivirus, um, you pick what is called Nortel, then McAfee, or so some tools are there. So learn that and understand that how from the server how this technology is. This server install that and it is happening. So now check mark you're good for the antivirus security. So if any opening come, you can apply for that. Similarly for the SIM, apply for that. For the vulnerability tool, there is a very good tools Qualys. So if you use that, so what it does, Qualys, what is the Qualys? So this is something called, like, it is also again it is connected to the cloud. Okay, so on the Qualys server, it will take the latest vulnerabilities into the machine, and what it does is it will do the scanning to all your network devices. It will do scan in weekly scan, and it will scan and it will generate a report to you. Okay, these are the vulnerabilities, and it will do the check mark. This is the vulnerability database, and this is the your actual software. So what are threats and what are the vulnerable, and you need to work with that particular team. Okay, you have these vulnerabilities, please remediate that, fix that. Keep coordinating with the multiple teams, fix that, push them to code the upgrade and all. And so there's a separate team is required here, antivirus, and this separate team is required here. So security, it is not a one platform, it is very big platform, and firewall is one part of that security. So don't, when the people say I'm learning the security, so I will ask like what okay, and the student will come and they'll say, sir, I want to become a cyber security manager. Okay, see how simple they are saying cyber security manager. So cyber security, they are expecting everything from you. You must aware about the SIM, you must aware the endpoint, you must aware about the all types of attacks and their remediation, the behavior of the systems. You must aware about the vulnerabilities, you must aware about the URL filtering, you must aware about the firewalls and its blocks and threats, right? IPS, IDS. So are you a combination of these all things? Then you are a cybersecurity manager. So that's what, just think about this, how big field it is. Okay, so in the cyber security, the firewall role is a big role because it is internet edge related. So here the traffic will be, okay, and this is what you need to prepare. So here we create the policies and all. Okay, so why I have given this much info? Why I why cannot I directly start the firewall? Why? Because I wanted you to understand the ground, the how big ground it is, and where the this piece is suitable. The firewall, where the firewall is suit. So firewall is, it is placed at either at the internet level, or the access between your server and user. Okay, you can use the firewalls there. And what the firewall does, it will see the it will have look for the rules. If there is a policy, then only it will allow. Inbound traffic will block, and only authorized traffic will pass. That's the firewall. Okay, so in the firewall, there are multiple firewalls like Cisco ASA, Juniper firewall, Junos firewall, then Checkpoint firewall is there, Fortinet is there, Fortigate is there, Palo Alto is there. So how many vendors you are going to learn, right? So that's why like next generation of firewall. So if you look for the Gartner report, so there is something leader. So in the leader, so the Palo Alto is the leader into that. Okay, but Palo Alto, it is a layer 7 firewall. So I don't teach Palo Alto directly for the freshers. Okay, that's why, because that is a layer 4. Because even the layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 3 directly, you cannot jump to the 7. So I want to give some session on the layer 4, that is Cisco ASA. You should aware about Cisco ASA. Then we will jump to the Palo Alto firewall. Okay, so that's it. All I have. Any questions? See, there are two
No.
things. If there is no question, means you don't understand, or if you and no question means you understand very well.
If you knock team, she said knock team, NOC there.
Sorry.
Here, You know, on the bottom you say NOC team, NOC, Network
Knock
Operations,
to yeah.
Network Operation Central.
Yeah, network operational control,
Yeah, thank you.
knock team, and SOC is the security operational control. So on the top of things, see, this is actually the ITIL setup. Okay, this knock they will do. So on top of this, the operation team will be there. Network operation, security operation. On top of this, network engineering will be there. Security engineering will be there. Engineering, and on top of them, a designer, a solution architect will be there. Network solution architect, security solution architect. So architect will like they will design and they will ask engineering to build. Engineering will build and they will give it to operation. So day-to-day activities they will handle, and this knock and SOC they will do the analysis type of work. Okay, so these are the four platforms: one, two, three, four, and apart from that also again many things are there on top. But these are the major things. Knock, operation, engineering, and the architect. So these are the access. So you need to start from here. So alhamdulillah, right now I'm here on both the places. So I'm working on the architect level. I work on the architect level. I design the solution and deploy also. And you know what? I started my career from here. I was a knock engineer. I was an operation engineer. I was in engineering. So this is how the career path should be. The people will they will even in the, these are the both different platforms network. So when we talk about the network and security, then you need to have the combination of these all two. You should know what is the BGP. You should know what is the threats. Can you see? These are actually the two different things, left and right. But this is it. The combination of the network security will see find very less. That's why the huge like what is called scope will be there. So I have seen the network people, they never try to learn the security, and security people they never try to learn the networking. So that's the huge gap between these two teams. And you just think about, if you stand between these two teams, how will be your value? You know, you're expert here and you're expert here also in both the field. So that is how the ideal thing will be. So if you're in this position, then the people will try fight to take you. They will try to fight with each other. I want this person in my team, I want this person in my team. So this is how you need to your value. And how you will add your value. You will improve your value by learning the technology, by learning, make yourself unique. Okay, don't just do that, okay, the regular work, or don't just try to work in your comfort zone. Okay, I'm working on that since see I hate repeating the things. If you give me some work for 8 days, if I work that 8 days, ninth day I'm not going to take that repetitive job, because now I'm thinking towards automation. Now let's do, if it is a repetitive job, let's do it automate. Okay, that's the automation come into picture. Okay, and if you know about the infrastructure, then cloud is the place you can explore there. Why you? Because there are a lot of scope and a lot of advantages in the cloud. People are going toward the cloud. So learn that. So see, the technology, it is a huge, it is a sea. You need to pick where you want. Okay, and the job. See, don't think that, okay, why should I learn this? Why should I learn this and all? See, if you learn, see, if you have the extra technology, that is the add value, right? Tomorrow, if something happens, so still it will be very unique combination. The person who know the antivirus, the person who know the vulnerability management, the person who know the SIM tools, the firewalls also. So don't stick yourself to the one technology. Just have a parallel multiple technology to make your value more. Okay. So if no questions, let's stop. And like the firewalls, like as I told, few days we'll see the Cisco ASA will start from Cisco ASA, and will not directly jump directly on the Palo Alto. We'll see the ASA. We'll give some hands-on with the ASA, then we'll move to the Palo Alto firewall, and we'll start class from day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, okay. Shahid, can you stop the recording, please?
So,
Yeah, Shaib, can you start the recording?
yeah, sure.
Okay, so from tomorrow, actually, tomorrow is the
Hey,
26th
hello,
January, and we are going for the outing actually.
hello, excuse me.
Yeah, please stop the recording.
Actually, you are now host, so I cannot able to stop this recording. You can.
Okay, thank
I
you.
make you host.
Yeah, let me.